What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Salvage Secrets channel. My name is Andre, and in my last video I talked about salvage cars that have little or no damage at all. I showed you guys some theft recovered cars to prove that not all salvage cars are bad. And today I wanted to do kind of like a part 2 of that video and show you some clean title cars that are actually worse than salvage cars. Which sounds kind of crazy, but you'll see for yourself. It's just, you know, I've been running car dealership for over 15 years, and one of the first things I hear when people respond to my ads online or they call is the first thing they say is like, hey, do you have a history report, or I want to see a Carfax. And then as soon as they find out the car has a rebuilt title, or if the Carfax shows some accident or something, they just run away. You know, when they're like, oh no, I'm not buying that car, I'm looking for something with clean Carfax. So in today's video you will see why just the Carfax report alone is not enough when shopping for a car, and you'll see that there are many cars out there that have clean history, but they're actually not good cars to buy. So I found a couple cars here at Insurance Auto Auction. The auction is tomorrow, and I wanted to show them to you guys, and you judge for yourself whether you would buy those cars or not. Alright, so the first car I wanted to show you is this 2019 GMC Yukon. And as you can see right away from the pictures, this car has major damage, major collision damage. As you can see, all the airbags are deployed, and it's hit really hard in the left front. So you see like some oil under the car. It's quite possible that actually even the engine is damaged, because it says here that the car is stationary, which means it doesn't run, doesn't start. Let me put on a 360 view so you can see even better. As you can tell, this car was hit really hard, and you see inside the airbags are deployed, driver airbag, the side airbags. So this car definitely has a lot of damage. But if you look here in the title field, you'll see it has a clear Maryland title, and you'll be like, wow, how is that possible? And if you look here, the seller is Enterprise Vehicle Exchange. So basically it's Enterprise, it's a rental company. So you might be wondering, how did that happen? You know, how did the car that has so much damage end up with a clean title, when it's obviously, this damage is obviously enough to total the car? So let me explain what happens. A lot of times these rental companies like Enterprise, Hertz, and most other major rental companies, they're actually self-insured companies. So what does it mean? It means that they don't have a third-party insurance like Geico or State Farm or anything like that. So they act as their own insurance company. So when something like this happens, like let's say one of their cars gets in an accident, they actually pay the claim out of their own pocket. And they can do that because they have so much, you know, they're big companies, they have a lot of vehicles. So some states allow them to do that. And they save, obviously they save money on insurance premiums. And a lot of times they sell you like over-the-counter insurance. They sell you, you know, those collision waivers, policies and stuff like that, and they use this money to pay this type of claims. But what it also allows them to do is actually to sell these cars as is with clean title. So they don't get a salvage title when something like this happens. They just take the car, send it to the salvage auction with a clean title, and they sell it. And obviously it helps them to get more money for the car because the car has a clean title. You know, what a lot of people do is basically they would buy these cars, restore them, repair them, and sell them as regular clean title vehicles. And let me show you one more interesting thing. I looked up auto check report for this car, and as you can see over here, if you look at the number of accidents, it says 0. So the report even doesn't say the car was in an accident. You know, it says, see, accident check okay, major state title brand check okay, and it has a score of 96 out of 100, which is you know, obviously kind of crazy. But I'm pretty sure the report is going to update soon when Autocheck gets the information about this accident. So it might show an accident on the report later, but still the car has a clean title and it will get repaired. I mean, not this particular car, but you know, whoever buys it later, they're not going to even know that the car was damaged like that. So let me show you another car that I found at tomorrow's auction. It's a 2020 BMW 530 Xi. It's pretty much brand new car with 2,000 miles on it, and again, it has clear Maryland title, even though it has some significant damage in the front. Well, this car is not as bad as the previous one, as you can see. You know, it's hit in the front, but at least all the airbags are good. The car runs and drives, and it does have some damage here, but it doesn't look that bad. I mean, obviously the hood would need to be replaced, the headlights, the bumper, grille, probably radiator support, you know, and it still has significant amount of damage, especially considering it's 2020, so a lot of parts might not be available used, you know, and you would have to buy them from the dealer. But still, somebody will buy this car. Most likely they'll repair it, and they'll either sell it, or what some people actually do is they buy these cars, they fix them up, and they send them to regular auctions like Manheim, Pennsylvania, or like Manheim or Odessa. So not salvage auctions, but like regular car auctions, and they sell them to other dealerships. And this car might end up at a like BMW dealership as a certified pre-owned vehicle, you know, with clean title, and it's going to be sold to unsuspecting buyer who might not even know that this happened, you know. And even if they will see the report and they'll see that there was an accident reported, but they don't know the extent of the accident, they assume that, you know, because the car is not a salvage title, the accident was probably minor, which, you know, in this case I would say it could be enough to actually total the vehicle. So as you can see, guys, you know, this actually happens quite often, and I just showed you a couple examples, but I see these cars pretty much every day at auctions, and mostly they're being sold by the rental companies, which, like I said, the car gets in an accident, they don't get a salvage title for it, they just send it to the auction and sell it to get more money for their cars, which is really smart. I don't know if it's legal or not. I mean, it's up to the legal team to decide, but I'm assuming it is, because, you know, they keep doing it over and over again. But yeah, so I just wanted to illustrate my point that, you know, the history report alone or the title alone doesn't tell you if the car is good or not. You can get a clean title car, like in this case, which wasn't a major accident and you don't even know about, or you can get a salvage car with a salvage title that had no damage at all, or like, let's say it was a theft recovery, or it had some minor hail damage or something like that, and it gets totaled. So it's never enough to just look at the history report to tell if the car is good or not. You have to always look at the car first, make sure the car is good, inspect it, and then you want to look at the history report, which is still important. I mean, if you want to know if the car was maintained, because a lot of times Carfax has that information, like when the car was maintained, where it was registered, things like that. But it should never be the first and only thing you look at when shopping for a vehicle. That's my point. And I would prefer, like 100% of the time, I would prefer a salvage car that was repaired right and that had little or no damage at all, to a clean title vehicle that was damaged like this. And even though it has a clean title, but you get basically, you know, a heavily damaged car that you don't want to deal with down the road. All right, so I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you have any questions, any comments, please comment down below. Let me know what else would you like me to talk about in my videos, and obviously don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And also you can download my free guide that's called 5 Biggest Mistakes to Avoid When Buying Salvage Cars. The link should be below this video, and there is also a link to join our Facebook group where we discuss a lot of cool stuff about salvage cars. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.